In the crowded constellation of Hollywood stars, some shine quietly. Bill Pullman is one of those rare actors whose presence has never demanded the spotlight, but has always earned respect. With a career that spans over 4 decades, Pullman has played everything from romantic leads and lovable oddballs to sinister villains, and even the President of the United States. For many, he's best remembered for standing on a makeshift runway, giving one of the most rousing fictional speeches in cinematic history before leading a charge against alien invaders in Independence Day. But Bill Pullman's story begins long before that moment and continues to unfold in unexpected, compelling ways. Born on December 17, 1953 in Hornell, New York, William James Pullman was raised in a large family. He was the sixth of 7 children. His father, James Pullman, was a doctor, and his mother, Johanna, a nurse. From a young age, Bill was curious, not just about stories, but about how people move, how they talk, and why they behave the way they do. Unlike many who chase fame early on, Pullman's entry into acting was anything but traditional. He was more of a thinker than a showman, more drawn to ideas than attention. Pullman studied building construction at SUNY Delhi and later shifted his academic focus toward theater. He earned his Master of Fine Arts from the University of Massachusetts Amherst. Before stepping into film and television, he taught theater at Montana State University. It wasn't Hollywood that first embraced him, but academia. In classrooms and on regional stages, Pullman found his footing, learning to direct, teach, and understand character in a way that many young actors bypass. His move into professional acting didn't come until his early 30s, a late start by industry standards. But from the beginning, he brought something unique. He wasn't classically handsome in a movie star way, but there was a sincerity in his gaze and a natural, everyman charm that quickly made him a favorite for casting directors looking for complexity and relatability. Bill Pullman's film debut came in 1986 in Ruthless People, a dark comedy starring Danny DeVito and Bette Midler. Pullman played a dim-witted villain, and though his role was meant to be laughable, he stood out. Audiences noticed the quiet precision in his performance, the kind of actor who could steal scenes without even trying to. Then came Spaceballs in 1987. In Mel Brooks's sci-fi spoof, Pullman played Lone Star, a parody mashup of Han Solo and Luke Skywalker. It was the kind of role that could have turned campy fast, but Pullman embraced the absurdity while grounding the character in warmth and earnestness. He didn't play Lone Star like a joke. He played him like a guy who truly believed he could save the galaxy. And that's what made it funny and unforgettable. Through the late 80s and early 90s, Pullman's career gathered momentum. He starred opposite Ellen DeGeneres in Mr. Wrong, Meg Ryan in Sleepless in Seattle, and Nicole Kidman in Malice. He became a reliable romantic lead, known for his soft voice, gentle humor, and characters who felt real. Not fantasies, but the kind of guy you might actually meet in real life. That believability became his signature. Then came 1996, and the role that would cement him in American pop culture forever. Independence Day wasn't supposed to be a political movie, but when Bill Pullman's President Thomas J. Whitmore gave that iconic speech about humanity standing together against annihilation, audiences were stunned. His delivery was passionate, raw, and weirdly inspiring. In a genre defined by explosions and effects, Pullman gave the film its beating heart. That speech, written in a few drafts and shot with wind machines and patriotic crescendos, has become one of the most replayed and parodied moments in film history. And for Pullman, it marked the point where he became something more than a supporting actor. He became a symbol of leadership, of decency, and of hope. But rather than chase the blockbuster path, Pullman took a different route. He returned to the stage working with esteemed theater companies, tackling roles in Edward Albee plays and Shakespearean tragedies. He made choices based on character, not fame. While his peers rushed into tentpole franchises, Pullman preferred roles that challenged him, playing tormented men, dreamers, or broken souls searching for redemption. In Lost Highway, David Lynch's unsettling 1997 thriller, Pullman portrayed a jazz saxophonist whose reality begins to unravel. The film was surreal, disturbing, and complex, far from the populist thrill of Independence Day, and it showed another side of Pullman, the artist unafraid of darkness. He embraced ambiguity and left space for interpretation. That became his trademark, never overplaying, never over-explaining, just existing fully inside the role. Television came calling in the 2000s, offering more layered, long-form opportunities. In the USA Network's The Sinner, Pullman played Detective Harry Ambrose, a psychologically tortured investigator who gets too close to his cases. The show was a critical and audience success, and Pullman's performance was lauded for its depth, weariness, and understated brilliance. Across 4 seasons, he proved once again that he didn't need explosions or big speeches to make an impact. A glance, a twitch, or a half-whispered line was enough. Off-screen, Pullman has lived a quiet life. He's been married to dancer Tamara Hurwitz since 1987. The couple has 3 children, including actor Louis Pullman, who has begun carving out his own career in film. Bill lives away from the noise of Hollywood, spending time on a ranch in Montana, where he once ran a cattle operation. He plants trees. He works with local theater communities. He rarely does interviews unless there's something worth saying. That sense of groundedness, of intentional living, is what separates Pullman from many of his contemporaries. He never seemed to crave stardom. He pursued storytelling, and he's always been fiercely committed to the art itself, whether it's in an indie film few people see or a global phenomenon like Independence Day. He's the kind of actor who elevates every scene just by being present, and yet for all his quietude, Pullman continues to surprise. In recent years, he's appeared in everything from westerns to thrillers. He portrayed Lyndon B. Johnson in All the Way opposite Bryan Cranston. He's lent his voice to animation. He's performed original plays and premiered new work off-Broadway. He's not interested in resting on past success. He keeps exploring. Now, with the July 4th holiday bringing Independence Day back into the spotlight, as it does every year, fans across the world once again revisit that powerful moment. President Whitmore standing before a group of pilots, vowing that their fight is not for survival, but for freedom, for unity, for mankind. It's a performance that remains timeless. In a fractured world, Pullman's speech resonates because it's not just about fighting aliens. It's about courage, hope, and choosing to believe in something bigger than ourselves. What makes that scene endure isn't just the words. It's the man saying them. Bill Pullman delivered that speech with such sincerity, such conviction, that we believed it. We still do. There's something poetic about the way Pullman has moved through his career. Never chasing fame, never demanding center stage, but always making the work matter. His roles don't always come with fireworks, but they burn slow and they stay with you. He is a teacher, a craftsman, a husband, a father, a man who came to acting not through red carpets, but through classrooms. And even now, decades later, he's still doing what he's always done, telling stories that linger, characters that feel lived in, and moments that surprise us. Bill Pullman may not be the loudest voice in the room, but he doesn't have to be. His body of work speaks for itself, with clarity, integrity, and quiet brilliance. And maybe that's what makes him unforgettable. He's not just the man who saved the world in a sci-fi classic. He's the man who reminds us, again and again, that great acting isn't always about spectacle. Sometimes it's about stillness, about truth, and about showing up fully and honestly every single time.